Hey guys, I'm back yet again with another unboxing and first impressions video, and this time there's a phone that I want to talk about which has a punch hole display for under rupees 8,000. Yes, I'm talking about the Infinix S5 Lite, which is a lighter variant of the Infinix S5, which also had a punch hole design under rupees 10,000. So I'm pretty sure that this is going to be priced under rupees 8,000. Let's quickly take a look at the unboxing and first impressions of this phone. I'm Ershad from Mr. Phone, and let's get this video started. But before we move on, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon right next to it to get notified whenever Mr. Phone puts out an awesome new tech video. And don't forget to share this video with your friends in case they're interested in the new Infinix S5 Lite or any other phone for that matter, because we make videos on mostly all the phones out there. Alright, so let's quickly take a look at what you get inside the box of the Infinix S5 Lite. On the front you can see that it's a 4GB 64GB variant, and on the rear you should see some specs where you can see 6.6-inch Infinity O display, 16MP low light selfie camera, triple camera setup compared to the quad camera setup on the Infinix S5, 4000 mAh battery, and a lot of other details. On the box the price is written as 9,999, but that's not going to be the case because the Infinix S5 is available for 8,999 and this should be for lower than that. I'm expecting around 7,999, but whatever the price is will flash up on your screen right now. So what I'm going to do is quickly cut through this. Alright, so once you take off this top lid, you will see the Infinix S5 Lite, which is a phone with a punch hole display, and it's pretty affordable, that too. Now that all the strips of paper have been removed, this, my friends, is the Infinix S5 Lite in all its glory. I'll quickly switch it on and keep that aside, and we'll take a look at what else you get inside the box. Of course, you get the charging cable, which is a micro USB charging cable, and you get the charger as well, which is, just let me quickly take a look at it, and which is a 5V 1.2 ampere charger. So there you go, this is what it looks like. Alright, we keep that aside. So this is your charger, this is your micro USB cable, and you've got a few quick start guides and user manual and all that. Plus you've got your SIM card tool. Finally, you have the case, which looks pretty cool actually, in my opinion. Infinix does these designs that look really nice. So yeah, this has got the X Club branding as well. Let me just show you what it looks like with the phone inside. It's a really cool case. In fact, if you rock it, it'll look really cool in your hand. Another thing that you get inside the box is the screen guard, screen protector itself. Alright, so these are the box contents. So there you go. This, my friends, is the Infinix S5 Lite, the latest smartphone from Infinix. Now let's get down to our first impressions. Alright, so this right here is the Infinix S5 Lite, and I've used it for a day and I have a few first thoughts that I want to share with you guys. Now, one of the most interesting things about the S5 Lite is the fact that it brings the hole punch design at such a low cost, which is lower than the price of the Infinix S5 as well. So that makes it really interesting. So the hole punch design is definitely going to be the crowd puller for this one. Now, what I also like about the design is that the bezels are neatly curved around the sides, and they're equally proportionate as well. Plus, you also get a really fairly comfortably sized chin as well. So display wise, it looks really nice. In fact, if you're watching a lot of content, this should make it a lot more fun as well. And what I like about the Infinix operating system itself, which is basically XOS on top of Android 9, is that you get really nice wallpapers. So if I just show you guys what the kind of wallpapers that you have, Infinix definitely has a lot of really nice wallpapers for you guys. And for example, look at this parakeet one. Looks pretty cool, right? So check this out. So there it is. This is what I like about the Infinix S5. They do a lot of customization to the software XOS, but there are some issues with it which I find slightly annoying. One of the things that I don't like about the software itself is this instant apps thing that comes up. Basically what it is like a direct play sort of app system out here where you can directly open it without installation. It could be useful for quite a few folks, but I'm not a fan of having these kind of massive cards in the app drawer itself. So that's something that's not fun. Having said that, you can definitely switch that off. You just hit this hide instant apps and it's gone. So that's not a problem at all. So you open instant app and it's available out here, and you can see that you can change the wallpaper directly from here as well. Now there is a list of apps out here. I haven't installed a single app, and these are the apps that you get directly out of the phone. So a lot of bloatware. Thankfully, all of these can be uninstalled, so that's really nice. So this is the software experience for you guys. Plus, I'm already getting a lot of notifications. The only thing that I've signed on to is my Gmail, so that's there. But these are notifications that I didn't sign up for, and they keep coming up. Of course, you can switch off these notifications. But having said that, out of the box, you get a lot of apps and features straight out of the box. Now this is something that a lot of offline audiences might like, but I'm pretty sure that the more educated online audience would not be interested in this. That's what it is. This is the X5 Lite from the front, and that's what I've spoken about right now, the Spark software experience as well. Now about the design itself, on the rear you get this like purely plastic build, so there's nothing fancy about it, but you've got this fingerprint sensor out here on the back, and you've got the Infinix logo as well. Now here's an interesting thing. This is a 3 camera setup, so there's a triple camera setup on this module, but it looks like Infinix went ahead and made the module longer to look like just the S5. And one thing that says out here, it says autofocus for some reason. If you zoom into that, you'll see that, and that's an interesting omission. Like it feels like there could have been one more camera out there, but instead Infinix has gone for this layout, which is something that looks a little weird for sure. This is not a completely unibody design. You can see the difference between the display panel, which is housed on top of a bit of a raised edge, and the back body is separate as well. Now apart from that, you've got a SIM card tray out here. At the bottom, you've got a micro USB port, 3.5mm jack, and the speaker as well. So this is, hole in hole the design. Plus, you've got a power button and the volume rocker on the right edge, which is pretty tactile. And the best part is the power button has ridges on it. So there is no way in hell you're going to mistake the power button and the volume rocker. This is something that will come easily to you, and you'll figure it out nicely. So that's well done. Now, I'll show you the fingerprint scanner and how fast it is. It's pretty fast. There's no problem at all. Plus, you get face unlock as well. So there you go. So you can see that my fingers are not on the fingerprint scanner. I'll just quickly, there you go. The face unlock is also fairly fast. It's not the fastest out there. The fingerprint scanner is also not the fastest out there, but it does a good job. There's no problem at all as such. There you go. Alright, now let's talk about the camera setup on the rear. You get this slight little camera bump on the rear, and the rear design itself is pretty nondescript as such. It's got a plastic back, but the camera setup on the rear has triple cameras actually. There's a 16 megapixel primary camera, a 5 megapixel depth sensor, and a low light sensor. Interestingly, inside the camera app though, let me just open that and show it to you guys. You will see that there is no special night mode or such. So I don't know what the low light sensor does. I think it just uses that AR camera to sort of quickly, get like a good shot in low light directly. I'll show you a few samples to show how that looks. But that's it from the camera perspective. You get this triple camera setup on the rear, despite the fact that the module can actually house 4 cameras, and it seems like it's inspired from the S5. Now on the front, you get a 16 megapixel selfie camera, which Infinix claims is really good at low light as well. That's all I have to say about the phone itself. Now let's get down to my closing thoughts on the Infinix S5 Lite. So those were my quick first impressions and unboxing of the Infinix S5 Lite. I hope you guys liked the phone, because I think that there is some interesting features that Infinix has added, especially that hole punch design is something that has actually penetrated in the budget segment as well, which makes me wonder why some people are still going with the water drop notch, because hole punch is of course better. So I think that the S5 Lite definitely has a lot going for it. The design's nice, but yes, there are some issues which I did mention in my first impressions, but I think that most of them you can live with. Do let me know in the comment section below if you want a full review of the phone, and we'll see what we can do about that. So that's it from me. I'm Ershad from Mr. Phone. I hope you guys liked the video. Do let us know in the comment section below what you want to see more around the Infinix S5 Lite. Until next time, this is Ershad from Mr. Phone signing off. Goodbye and Godspeed, my friends.